Lotus friends, dear Lotus friends, please join me in 3 recitations. 南无阿弥陀佛，南无阿弥陀佛，南无阿弥陀佛. Please release your palms. Today we are celebrating Buddha's birthday ahead of the actual date. But it doesn't matter because within the month it's still fine. So before we have already done that, but we went through the ritual. So I like to sort of bring to you the meaning of bathing the Buddha. What is the actual meaning? Does the Buddha really need us to bathe him? Right? He's pure. He's enlightened. So we are still ordinary iniquitous beings. So who are we to bathe the Buddha? Right? So there must be a deeper meaning for that. So that's what we're going to explore a little today. The 8th day of the 4th month on the lunar calendar is the day we commemorate the birth of Shakyamuni Buddha, the compassionate teachings of whom are like a boat that can guide us to safety in the sea of suffering. As disciples of the Buddha, we commemorate his birth on this special day every year to repay our debt of gratitude. In April and early May, people across the world will celebrate Vesak, which is bathing the Buddha, in many different ways, but they are bound together by a special commemoration in honoring the young Gautama. And one particular ceremony during this festive time is called bathing the Buddha. To bathe the Buddha is to pour scented, blessed water over an image of an infant prince who has his right forefinger pointed upwards and left forefinger directed downwards. The prince's image embodies the enlightened presence of the Buddha. If you recall when we were doing the virtual bathing the Buddha, you remember the image of the Buddha, the prince. He has the one arm, one is pointing up, the other is pointing down, right? This ritual comes in different forms in each country that it is practiced in, but they are all throwbacks to a single sacred story. It is a story that brings sentient beings together in a joyful celebration of a promise. That promise is nothing less than the end of suffering and ignorance. According to the ancient stories, the Buddha was born in a very peculiar fashion. Since his mother, Queen Maya, was standing up, or more accurately, leaning against a sara tree, when she gave birth, the baby sprang from her side, landing right on the ground. He was born clean and radiant. The prince could already walk, and walk the 4 points of the cardinal directions he did. Wherever he set his feet, lotuses sprang up and blossomed. His right forefinger pointed up to the sky, and his left down to the grass. Finally, he spoke, although by this time his mother probably had reckoned that she had seen everything and was not as surprised as she thought she would be. So what did the Buddha, the prince, say? He said this: above heaven and below heaven, none are equal to me. This is my last birth. There will be no more rebirths. According to the first fascicle of the Sutra of the Auspicious Birth of the Prince, Queen Maya of Kapilavastu in India delivered Prince Siddhartha on April 8th, and on this auspicious occasion, the 4 Brahma kings appeared and proceeded to bathe the prince with fragrant water. The Sutra of Universal Brilliance tells us that when the Buddha was born in India, 9 celestial dragons reigned fragrant water from the sky to bathe the Prince Siddhartha. According to the sutra on bathing the statues of a Buddha, good men and good women, after the passing of the Buddha, you should be wholeheartedly mindful of the power of his boundless meritorious virtues. Bathe the Buddha statue as if the Buddha was here in this world. By doing so, you will receive countless blessings. So, going back to what I said earlier on, what does bathing the Buddha mean? Does the Buddha need a bath? In fact, the act of bathing the Buddha is designed to help us cleanse ourselves and purify our minds. Participating in bathing the Buddha celebration should act as a catalyst, which helps us to enhance our morality, cultivate our compassion, and increase our respect of others. The fourfold significance of bathing the Buddha is, first, while bathing the Buddha, we are cleansing our defilements. At that moment, we should vow to get rid of greed, hatred, and ignorance, and purify our body, speech, and mind. We should resolve to do good deeds, speak good words, and think good thoughts, so as to reveal our good nature and realize the pure Dharma body of the Buddha. Second, in our daily lives, we use water to clean our bodies and wash our dirty clothes. To purify our defilements, we need to use Dharma water. Bathing the Buddha will help us purify our minds by diminishing our defilements. Bathing the Buddha reminds us to always keep a pure mind. When bathing the Buddha, we should contemplate whether our mind is pure or not. By praying to transform defiled minds into Bodhi minds, we can help society maintain peace and harmony. And we can thereby transform the world into a land of truthfulness, virtue, and beauty. And fourth, besides paying respects to the Buddha, we must have a pure mind. We should transfer the merits of bathing the Buddha to our parents, ancestors, and relatives of previous lives, and to all sentient beings in the six realms to liberate them from suffering. Are there any benefits of bathing the Buddha? Yes, definitely. The Sutra of the Merits of Bathing the Buddha says, of all offerings, bathing the Buddha is the best one. In fact, it is even more superior to offering 7 kinds of treasures in quantities as plentiful as the sands of the Ganges River. By making this offering, one will enjoy wealth, happiness, good health, and longevity, have all his or her wishes fulfilled, help his or her relatives and friends enjoy peace and happiness, avoid the 8 conditions which make it difficult for one to see a Buddha or hear the Dharma, realize enlightenment quickly. The merits of bathing the Buddha Sutra states that if people with pure intentions offer incense, flowers, necklaces of precious stones, banners, canopies, and ropes before the Buddha statue, and use the most superior fragrant water to bathe the Buddha, light incense and visualize the incense permeating the Dharma realm, make offerings of food, drum music, and singing with stringed instruments in praise of the Buddha, and dedicate these merits to attaining the perfect wisdom of a Buddha. Then these people will receive boundless blessings and virtues, and their wisdom will continuously increase. The blessings and virtues generated from bathing the Buddha are the most extraordinary of all forms of offering. They exceed the merits from making as many offerings of the seven treasures as the sands in the Ganges River. For this reason, every year on this special day, temples will set up a gazebo with flowers, fragrant water, and statues of the baby Buddha. As we bathe the statues, we will recite the verse of bathing the Buddha in praise of the Buddha's merits and virtues. Today, let us also make a vow to attain the perfect wisdom of a Buddha. Bathing the Buddha is especially auspicious, as it can bring immeasurable blessings, virtues, and wisdom. By bathing the Buddha with fragrant water, we will bring forth our wisdom and compassion, and purify the three karma, our body, speech, and mind. At the sight of the pure and innocent baby Buddha, our mind will immediately return to its most genuine, original state. We hope to realize where we came from before we came into this world and restore our pure and undefiled Buddha nature. Bathing the Buddha generates 7 kinds of blessings. First, lack of illnesses. Second, purity in body and mind. Third, constant fragrance emitted from the body. Fourth, plump, soft, and delicate body. Fifth, good affinities with other people. Sixth, fresh, fragrant breath. Seventh, naturally having clean clothes to wear as desired. The Buddha said, those who can sincerely bathe the statue of a Buddha as if the Buddha was present will have all of their wishes fulfilled. Those who seek the unconditioned, transcendental way will be free from the cycle of birth and death. Those who wish to be as diligent and vigorous as Shakyamuni Buddha will have their wish fulfilled. Those who wish to have wisdom as vast and great as Manjushri Bodhisattva will have their wish fulfilled. Those who wish to be able to fly to different places to teach and transform others will have their wish fulfilled. Those who wish to become a Pratika Buddha or an Arhat will have their wish fulfilled. Those who wish to forever be away from the 3 lower realms will have their wish fulfilled. Those who wish to enjoy wealth and happiness in a human or heavenly realm will have their wish fulfilled. Those who wish to have many children and grandchildren will have their wish fulfilled. Those who wish to have a long life and not suffer from illness will have their wish fulfilled. They will receive the protection of virtuous deities from all of the heavens and always be reborn in a pure place. These conditions will facilitate their attainment of Buddhahood. As we are Pure Land practitioners and we practice exclusive Amitabha recitation, bearing all these blessings in mind, we must remember also that by reciting the name of Amitabha Buddha, all the merits and virtuous merits of the Buddhas are in that one single 6-character name. All the blessings that we mentioned are there. And for that reason, if we are able to share Amitabha's unconditional deliverance with people that we love, people that we don't know, people that cross our paths, people that we do not like, if we can just share this wonderful unconditional deliverance with them, and if only one of them becomes an Amitabha reciter, that's all worth it, isn't it? And if their karmic condition is not yet mature, it doesn't matter. Because once we bring forth this message of Amitabha's deliverance and share with them the recitation, method, this easy path. If their karmic condition is not yet ripened, Amitabha will take over from there. It's not our job to decide whether they must become an Amitabha reciter right now at this time. That is Amitabha's job. Our job is to share with others the wonderful news of this Amitabha recitation, leading us to rebirth in the Pure Land and forever eradicate samsara in this one lifetime. Okay, this merit is the greatest that we can offer. This is the gift, the best gift that we can offer people, and the best way we can repay Shakyamuni Buddha and Amitabha Buddha. We thank Shakyamuni Buddha for teaching us about this wonderful unconditional deliverance method from Amitabha recitation. And we thank Amitabha Buddha for spending so much time to build this wonderful land of bliss so that we all have a chance to go there and be reborn and attain Buddhahood swiftly. This is all the time we have today. Let us join palms together and we will recite Namo Amitofo 3 times. Namo Amitofo. Namo Amitofo. Namo Amitofo. You may release your palms.